And we're live. Hello. I actually need to change the name of the stream because I'm an idiot and I didn't do that already. So while that's happening, feel free to watch the opening of the game. Let's see. No. Alright. The stream now has a new name. It's named correctly this time. Forgot to change it from the last stream. Alright, so here we are playing Fate Extella Link. So last time we played through Fate Extella. This time we're going to be playing through Fate Extella Link. Because that just makes sense, now doesn't it? So if you guys are unfamiliar, we're going to start a new file. Do I want to start a new file? Or do I want to just simply... Now, we're just going to go through, similar to what I did last time, we're just going to go through all the story levels on my main file, because so last time we played through Fate Extella, which, if you're not familiar with the series, basically the first, these games play similarly to the Warriors games, in that they're massive hack and slash games where you're cutting through hundreds of enemies in one swing and all this stuff, and just high action. Specifically, this one plays a little bit more like the Dragon Quest Heroes game and like Warriors Orochi specifically. But the first game in the series, the Extella series, which so far is just 2 games, is based on the Fate franchise, which uses historical figures loosely, and the main character sort of is a mage that summons them, the kind of spirits of the legends of these historical figures, to fight some greater evil. So the first game, the previous game we finished last time, like a few weeks ago, the basic idea is that the moon is a big supercomputer, and we're on it. And the supercomputer basically studies and tracks human civilization. But it was being threatened by this being that's basically Galactus from Marvel Comics. And so we had to fight off. It sent its herald, its Silver Surfer, and we had to fight that off in order to prevent the Galactus being from tracking Earth and then just devouring everything. And now we're having a new situation happening. So in this, I have... so in the previous game, I hadn't done everything. In this one, I have. I've pretty much done every single thing there is to do in this game. Okay, 90% unlocked gallery, so I haven't done literally everything. I think the only thing I'm missing is maybe some of the bond raising event things. Yeah, I'm just missing some of the bond raising event stuff because I haven't talked to every servant after raising their bonds, but I've pretty much maxed all of their bonds anyway. I just haven't bothered going through all of these. So yeah, we're going to basically just go through the story, and I will be going through. But luckily in this game, it actually does let you sort of pick which characters you're wanting to play as during the story missions. You're not forced to play as pretty much only 3 characters, which is nice. But we're gonna go through the story. Also, you'll notice, hopefully, I have a new mic, which is nice. My old mic headset was not working, so I had to use the actual computer's built-in mic, and the quality wasn't amazing. So, but I got a new mic, so hopefully it sounds better. It's not gonna pick up a bunch of excess stuff happening in the background. So let's get into prologue number 1. Event before the stage beginning. I'm going to be more or less skipping through a lot of the story and kind of just describing what's happening, so we're not taking forever watching cutscenes, because cutscenes can be long and boring, and I'm just going to explain the story. It's been a bit since I played through the story, so I don't remember it fully, but we'll get there. Basically, if you kind of have to know what was happening in the first game to understand what's happening in this game. So if you're interested in going back and checking out the previous game, I recommend doing so. We played through it pretty quickly, and it'll give you an idea of what's happening. But long story short, we stopped the threat, and the moon is sort of recreating a kind of secondary Earth with a bunch of civilizations. Our main servants that we have, which are the servants are the familiars that are the historical figures, kind of summoned. The main ones we have are Nero Claudius, who is a female in this because fate is weird sometimes. Tamamo no Mae, who is a figure from the Heian period in Japanese history, and Altera, which is the figure that's the Silver Surfer figure, and she's loosely based off of Attila the Hun, loosely. And then we have a bunch of others. But, so we basically recreated, Seraph is the name of the computer, the moon computer, and we're in like a basically recreated Rome-ish area. Oh yeah, Altera also got turned into a child, so don't worry about that. She usually is an adult, but she got turned into a child. And we're sort of raising her in a sense, I guess, because, again, fate can be very strange. She's going around looking, and there's a crazy situation. Oh no, there's attack programs attacking us. That's not good. We gotta fight them. Except for the fact that Altera can't fight because she's a chilled. So instead, we're gonna run. But they're attacking us, but it's okay. We're summoning Castor, obviously, because screw Nero. I don't like Nero at all, by the way. You'll learn to know that. And Tamamo is one of my favorite characters in Fate. But it doesn't matter because we're not going to get either. We're going to get instead this dude. He's going to come in and save the day instead. Even though we already summoned, we spent our command seal. So I don't know. That little icon that popped up, little red icon, is a command spell. Oh, they're actually going to be wearing their costumes, their alternate costumes. That's fun. I unlocked those, and I changed some of the characters to them because this one is cool. Look how cool that black and red is. Anyway, this dude just shows up and he's like, "You summoned? Don't worry, I got this. I will save the day." And we don't know who he is yet, so that's fine. We don't need to. There's Tamamo. And that's one of her abilities, Shapeshift. He's a heroic spirit. He's a saber. He's not going to tell us who he is. Oh, we actually get to play as Tamamo. That's cool. So, the way that Dynasty Warriors and these like kind of warrior-type games work is that there's a light attack and a heavy attack. So if you mash light over and over again, you have your combo. And at any point during your combo, you can press the Y button, the heavy attack. And based on how many light attacks in you are in the light combo, when you press heavy, determines which ender you do, basically. And then generally follow a pretty good pattern where if you press heavy after the first light, you do like an upward attack. If you press 1, 2, and then light, you do attack that rushes forward. If you do a second one, it does kind of a wider swing. If you do a fourth one, you know, different from the previous game. In the previous game, you have a lot more variation in the light and medium attacks you can do. In this one, instead, a lot of those old attacks are switched to, if you press the bumper, you can do 4 different skills that have cooldown. So there's one that is a good old flamethrower that just murdered the heck out of everyone. We'll get to see the other ones later. I just killed things too quickly. Oh, yeah. No, never mind. We'll do the other ones. There's ice. There's kick combo. And then we can do set up a heals area where as long as we're inside here, we can heal. There's also the blue bottom bar down there. As we kill enemies, the blue bar fills, and we can switch into like a powered up mode where our attacks are better, they're stronger, just murders everything. And as we kill enemies while we're in our power, instead of getting the blue stuff, we get the yellow stuff. And the yellow stuff is how we do our Noble Phantasms, which are the Noble Phantasms are our basically our big special attacks, are just super awesome, powerful finisher moves. And in the previous game, you had to actually go around and collect these like microchips in order to power them up. But in this game, you can also pick up the microchips and they charge up your bar. But otherwise, you can just fill up your bar like this way. Are we also? Yeah. And so usually, since it's a tutorial, it's not happening. But usually, the blue bar would go down over time. And then before it goes down, or at some point during the thing, you can spend the rest of it to do a big drive skill. To just do a big old attack. And that uses the rest of the bar and ends the mode. And now that we have that fully filled up, it'll probably let us do our Noble Phantasm, maybe? To finish off the last guys here. Oh man, it's summoning 5 of the big dudes. So we're going to do a Noble Phantasm now, right? Or not. Yes, Noble Phantasm. So it's going to have to wait till... Okay, so left trigger. Time to murder everything. And this game, the Noble Phantasm animations in this game are absolutely amazing. They're just... I was saying this in the previous game, but in the previous game, the graphics are good. But in this game, they're absolutely amazing. The 3D models just look so spectacularly good. The special effects are super good. I think the shading is super good. It's a little bit more cel-shaded in this one than it is in the previous game, which I really like. I like cel-shaded games a lot. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom in particular have really good cel-shaded effects. Though this game's really good at it too. But yeah, that quick little tutorial level gives you an idea of how the gameplay works in this game. As far as combat is concerned. Of course, we're going to get into kind of the flow of each level and what the end goal is in each level later down the road. And that's fine. Oh no, Altera is having a thing happening. She's being pulled somewhere else. And she ran off. That's no bueno. It's probably fine. She'll go do her thing, and we'll leave. So this guy is also talking about how there's some other person that showed up and is something's happening. Well, we'll learn more, of course. So now he's going to tell us what his true name is, which is what who he is as a historical figure. And because usually they try to hide that, but if they say it, then it says to their opponents, "Oh, I know who you are, and therefore I can figure out what your weakness is." But he's going to tell us because we're the wizard who summoned him, and so we gotta know what his name is so we can know what his abilities are. He's Charlemagne, good old Charlemagne of the 12 Paladins, or Charlie or Chuck apparently, but we're gonna say Charlemagne because that's fine. Saber is his class, and so each of the characters have different classes, and the classes fit into the main classes are Saber, Lancer, Archer, Rider, Caster, Assassin, Berserker. But then there are some other extra classes like Ruler and Avenger that we'll see later maybe. We'll see it. We'll definitely see a Ruler later. I don't think there are any of the other ones that are used in this. But But anyway, into finishing day 1. So now we're going to do the actual first level. That was just a tutorial. It was a prologue, if you will. And that guy is our boss, that dude with the white hair. We'll figure out who he is later. It's not that person. That's a different person. And we're going to learn about codecasts. Codecasts are different spells that we can use to buff our character, our servant that we're using. Yep. And there's our throne room, and there's Nero and Tamamo. I switched Nero over to her secondary outfit because I really, really hate her first outfit. I don't like her as a character at all because she's, 1, extremely arrogant, 2, way too over the top, and 3, is based off of a figure that murdered millions of Christians, and I'm not a fan of that. So, Tamamo, on the other hand, I like. Because I like what her character's backstory is. I like what her legend and what she's based off of and the way it's represented in Fate I really like. So, and there's us. We're super cool looking and stuff. Anyway, they're talking about how we're being invaded all of a sudden because there's a bunch of stuff happening. And some new enemy that we need to go deal with has showed up. Also, there's Charlemagne here, and they're like, what the heck is this person? Ah, we're being invaded. We gotta go stop ourselves from being invaded, guys. That no bueno. Alright. Alrighty. Here's our home base. So our home base is Charlemagne's Noble Phantasm. So the way that Noble Phantasms work is that they're based off of the legend of the hero. Usually it means that it's based off of their weapon, but sometimes it's based off of their legend and some major concept of their legend instead, if they're not known for having some kind of weapon specifically. So for example, the main one would be King Arthur, and King Arthur's Noble Phantasm is Excalibur. In this case, Charlemagne's Noble Phantasm is his fortress, his castle, the Millennium Capital. Or no, not the Millennium Capital. That's not it. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Actually, it's his fortress. I don't remember exactly. And characters can have more than one Noble Phantasm. Every character has at least one, and characters can have more than one. This is one of the things that's new about this game instead of the previous game, though, is that there's actually a hub world we can run around. And it's super cool, and whatever character we're going to be playing as is going to follow us around, and we can go talk to everybody else. So there's Charlemagne over here, there's Nero doing whatever the heck Nero does. What? I refuse. I won't do it. You can't make me. One of the other cool things, we can press the X button, we can run in first person, we can jump into the waterfall and get all playing around in the fountain. Not waterfall, fountain. And there's Tamamo, and servants don't like when you're inside the waterfall. They try really, really hard to figure out how to get to you, but they can't jump, so they just start running around in circles, and it's very entertaining. So anyway, so there are different areas we can go to. There's the battle room. There is like a barracks where the characters just hang out, and then there's our room where we can basically set up our loadout and figure out what we want to do. Apparently there's a million install skills. I call them install skills. We can install the skills, but I like calling them install skills because I think it's funny. But also there's a million notifications I don't care about. I've already upgraded a bunch of install skills that we're not going to... I don't need any of these because I have a bunch of buffed up ones because you can fuse them and stuff. So you can see down in the bottom, my character is level 150 with Bond level 30, which is the max. And yeah, I've maxed out every character. So we can go into active skills, and we can set 4 of the skills to the buttons. So the other ones that I don't have are Thunder, which isn't very strong but can stun. There's the Aphotic Cave, which is a counter, and then there's Chaos Heaven, which is the tornado move that she has in the first game. That sucks, so I don't use it. There's also costumes. It's fun because you actually get the costume because the game recognizes that I have a save file for the other game. It actually gives you the costume from the alternate costume from the first game. We're not using it. And then this is her alternate costume for this game, and we're not using it. We're using this one. Because I don't like it. Yeah, you are shining, thank you. Shining brilliantly. That's what she said in Japanese, by the way. So we can look at her profile, and we can figure out who we're dealing with. Her class-based skill, because she's a caster, she's got territory creation. Her unique skills are witchcraft and shapeshift. And her phantasm is a full blessings of Amaterasu. But we don't need to worry about that. We can look at her voice clips and character model, viewer, have her do different animations and stuff. But we're not going to bother with that. Instead, we can also talk. What's up? Yes. We can equip our Mystic Code, which is basically what costume we are. Well, not costume, but what our equipment is. That determines which spells we get to buff our character. And the last thing we can do is look at our servants. We have a bunch of them. These are all the characters we have access to that we can play as, and we're going to be going through each one. I already played as Tamamo, and we pretty much had my idea what she does, so we're going to move on down the list. I don't know which direction I want to go. I guess I'll go this direction, I guess. No. Well, yeah, I don't want to save Nero for last. We're gonna move on. We'll do Nero next. I do not like Nero. So we're just gonna play as her now and get her over with. And then so now that we have Nero over here, Tamamo's chilling over here, and you get the idea. A bunch of characters. Once we get more and more characters in the story, more and more characters will be standing around in this area, and we'll worry about that later. We can also just simply pause and go to these areas. We're gonna go to the strategy room. Let's see, and we're gonna play as Nero, so that's good. We can select support troops, which just will do a counterattack if you're getting hit, and they're more likely to do a counterattack based on their bond level. So I just have Joan of Arc and Arthur, just because. I'm actually going to switch Arthur to Scathach. No, confirm. And we'll switch Joan of Arc out for Darius. Darius is cool. And that's what we'll do. And we can also equip some side missions, which just, if we do these things throughout the level, then we get a bond raise. There are only a couple characters I don't have max bond yet, basically because I don't like them. I don't like Gilderai, and I don't like Rex Magnus Carl. But all the other characters I've just gotten max bond over time, just because I've played this game a lot. So, you know what? For the sake of maxing out stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't want to do a rush attack, so we're not gonna bother. I mean, we're probably gonna do a rush attack later anyway, but we're just gonna go ahead and start maxing him out because we can. I don't like him, but we're just gonna go ahead. And I think at that point we're pretty much doing what we're wanting to do, so we're gonna just go ahead and start. You know what? Everyone's level 150. Level 80 is not hard. We're just gonna go ahead. Just go right into very hard. No exercise, no practice. We're just going right into very hard. There's Medusa. She doesn't have snake hair. Don't worry about it. Yes, we are here. There's Karna. And Karna is the boss we're fighting. That's his alternate costume. And Karna was supposed to be on our side, but he just decided that he's like, no, I'm going to fight someone else. Except, it's not because he's actually betraying us. Because he's being manipulated. You see that shadowy effect? You guys know... So who in the chat has played, or in comments if you're watching later, has played Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Colosseum? That is what's happening. So we got to do that. Also, our character has a home base now. So it's not just have a certain amount of territory. It's... Our territory is the one that our master is chilling at, which is me. And we got to protect that area and make sure that area doesn't get taken, rather than having a certain number of areas get taken. It's that area specifically. Oh, they raise a shield, which means we're not able to leave this area until we claim this area. So the way this game works is that up on the map, there is the blue areas and the red areas. The blue areas are our areas, and the red areas are obviously the enemies' areas. And we're wanting to basically kill enemies and claim the areas for ourselves. The way it's going to work is there's the regular enemies, and then these enemies that have health bars that are called aggressors. We want to just kill a bunch of aggressors. In order to take an area, we need to kill all the aggressors in the area. In order to summon the aggressors, sometimes they start spawned, and if they don't start spawned, then you have to kill a certain number of regular enemies in order to make their aggressors spawn. So, and then once we killed all the aggressors, the area has been claimed, and we can move on our merry way to the next area. I want this. The little blue spheres drop items, and the green ones, so the blue ones drop stuff that fill up our blue bar, and the green ones fill up stuff that fill up our health. So now we are on our way to go save us. There I am. It's me. Look at me. I'm just using up all my energy to make sure I'm happening. Oh, there's a servant. There's a Shadow Lancer. So there's the Shadow Servants, which are like incomplete versions of the servants that are just chilling. Oh, okay. So if we combo into certain attacks, if we combo into certain skill moves, then we'll do a rush attack, or we just get to do a combo. Oh, we got a attack speed up boost as well, which is cool. Oh, there's a plant. There's a plant. Sup, plant? So the plants will constantly summon enemies, and we definitely do not want to let them do that. So we got to knock them down and kill them. Bodied. So our attack speed up is awesome. It's super good. This one's just an attack boost, or like a buff, attack buff. The fourth skill that I have. You kill the Shadow Lancer. There's an aggressor over here. I'm just gonna use this. Alright, so that, the drive skill effect replaces the mechanic in the previous game, which was like the moon drive, I think is what it's called. Where you do like that in combination with the rush attack kind of replaces... Oh, Tamamo defeated. Good job, Tamamo. That they take over the mechanic of the moon drive in the previous game, where you're like doing a rush attack against a specific enemy, and you have to fill up a separate bar in order to use that rush attack. I actually like this game's version of it a lot better. This yellow one, this is the microchip that fills up our Nova Phantasm gauge. There's one of the enemies, and she's firing cannons. So that's one of the running mechanics in this game, is that there's going to be a bunch of cannons. There are various servants that have effects that essentially target our area and do damage to our master, and we want to make sure that he doesn't die, because if he dies, we lose. So we got to go stop. Francis Drake is the one that's firing. It's another character who is male in real life, but is a female in Fate, because Type Moon knows their audience. And so, yeah, we gotta go stop Francis Drake from shooting cannons at us, because that's not kind of her. Get over here. Yeah, she has a tornado attack just like Tamamo does, and her tornado attack isn't good, so I don't like using it. Alright. So we dealt with that. My character is taking damage. Here's the thing, though. We need to actually claim this area by defeating that guy in order to unlock the ability to get to that area. Oh, there's Darius jumping in to do an attack. So we need to defeat this guy, which means we're going to do this. I also want this buff. Alright, so now we defeated that guy. We don't even need to claim this area, we just need to defeat that guy. And now that wall has fallen, which means we can go fight Francis Drake. Actually, I think defeating that guy is what gave us made us claim the area. Alright, so we're gonna go fight the Pirate of Cape Good Hope, Francis Drake. Alright, so we have our Nova Phantasm. The question is, do we want to use it on Drake? The answer is no, we're going to use it on Karna later. So, Oh, yeah, and so I was getting hit, and so Darius jumped in and blocked the attack for us. I missed a lot. Okay, so the tornado, we can't combo into the tornado to do a, Oh, and so we attacked at the same time as her, so now we're doing a clash. I gotta mash X. And I won! And I did enough damage to her. We're not gonna actually fully defeat her right now. She's just basically gonna flee, and we're gonna have to fight her again later. Which we'll do that. That's fine. Do my attack buff. Where's the aggressor? There he is. Sup? There we go. So this area has been taken. Oh, now Lancelot and fake Lancelot and fake Medusa are here. Oh, okay, we're doing a combo on this guy. Oh, nope. First, Tamamo's gonna do an effect. Oh yeah, so she's our ally, and she's gonna go ahead and do an effect of her Nova Phantasm. Her Nova Phantasm does two different things basically. The main thing it does is that it just overcharges mana, so we're just able to use mana a lot more. And then in this game, its effect, as far as using it as a super, is that she overcharges her own mana and then uses it to summon massive elemental attacks, basically. So what it does as far as an effect for us is that it basically makes it so our skill cooldown is just super, super fast, which is awesome. You'll notice that our skills, I mean, well, you know it's not right now. You'll notice in a sec when I use a skill. I didn't hit very many enemies. So I use a skill, and it has a blue bar that's filling up down in the bottom left, and it's going really, really fast. That means, the blue means that it's being overcharged, and the skill cooldown is lowered. And that's because it's Mama's super that she used. So, that's what's happening there. Okay. Oh, frick. I want to get over there before he starts invading another area. Hey, Lancelot, stop it. Here's Lancelot. He's crazy. He's a berserker. Berserker of the Black Fog. What's up, my dude? Oh, I accidentally also hit this. That's cool. Hi. Okay. So we killed that. Tornado. That's a font right there. Oh, freaking Drake is back. Alright, that's fine. I gotta go. I want to go take this area real quick. Yes. I'm just gonna do that move. And then I need to take this guy out. Mana Surge is still happening, yeah. Okay. Go. We gotta get over to this area and stop Foe Medusa. Because Foe Medusa is fighting Tamamo, and Tamamo's getting hurt a little. Because computer player allies don't work as well. So yeah, you'll notice in this game, if you watch the previous game or know the previous game, in the previous game, Medusa had a lot of issues with her hair clipping through her outfit and her leg and stuff. In this game, it doesn't happen as much, which is really, really good. So this game is just the previous game is really good. This game is just an improvement on everything about the previous game, and it's so good. Not that the previous game isn't good. The previous game is good. This game is just everything about this game is better. So I'm excited to be playing it. Yes, thanks, Darius. Oh, okay, we're doing a clash. Okay, and there she goes. Where are the other aggressors, though? They're over here. Tamamo's working on it. There we go. Alright, next up, I want to go this way. So the other good thing about getting an attack speed boost is it also makes it so you can dash faster or more frequently. So I'm just like mashing right trigger and just dashing a whole bunch. So you get to move very quickly. Okay. There we go. Just took out a whole bunch of stuff all at once. Oh, I don't have my attack speed boost anymore, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one of my code casts to give myself an attack speed boost so I can dash really quickly over to Francis Drake. I don't think I'm gonna get to her before she manages to start invading that area, unfortunately. I can sure as heck try, but I don't think I'm going to. Actually, I think I managed it somehow. Wow, okay. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and do this now because I can. I just want to. We're gonna get a second Noble Phantasm, so you get to see it. It's a lot easier in this game to get 2 Noble Phantasms in one level, so I'm okay with doing this. This is hers. She basically summons this big old theater, because her effect is basically her Noble Phantasm concept is just abundance and gaudiness. So she just gets massive gold theater. Alright. So now we have taken over every area, which is cool. But so now that we've taken every area, we defeated Drake. Karna is going to show up. Tamamo's thing is done now. That's unfortunate. But that's okay because now Karna's here. If we want to go fight him, we've got to go over to that portal, I think. No, I think he just shows up from that portal. And he's trying to oracleize us, which is just taking us over and making us all part of his... There's some kind of like hive mind attempt situation going on right now. That's basically the story of what's happening right now, is that all the servants are being like... There's like some hive mind-ifying virus that's going around trying to take over everyone's mind, and Karna's the first victim, so we gotta go beat him up and knock him out of it. We gotta go knock the virus out of him. So that item we picked up actually fully charged Noble Phantasm, which is why I was perfectly willing to use my Noble Phantasm early. And because I can, I'm just gonna use up all my skills because I can. And she's speaking a bunch of Latin. I don't know Latin. I didn't kill, but that's fine. It did a lot of damage. Alright. Yeah, the reason Tamamo is particularly upset about Karna being taken and having to fight him is because in the previous game, there was essentially this big war happening between the Tamamo, Nero, and Altera originally, and then we figure out Altera's situation is a lot more dire, and so we need to start focusing on her instead. Karna was one of Tamamo's generals during that whole situation, so that's why she's particularly upset about Karna being taken. I'm just going to run around and push his body and run around in circles, because I think it's funny. That's one of my favorite things to do in Warriors games, is when you finish a level and all the characters are talking, and you just can run around. I just like finding some object to run around in circles. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to use, and I have to get rid of notifications for later, which is just great. Alright, so he's level 7 now, which is cool. And he's level 23 now, which is cool. Great, awesome, cool. Okay. Perlati's Spellbook, that's his Noble Phantasm. We'll get into all the characters and stuff later. As we play as each character. So. I didn't really talk about what Tamamo's plot is, what her backstory is, I mean. Basically, she was a figure from the Heian period, and she was, I forget if she was a wife or a consort. I want to say wife, but I'm not 100% sure, to Emperor Toba at the time. And she was, her job was to entertain guests, and she was way too good at it. And she was way too beautiful and way too smart and way too wise and way too amazing. And so eventually people figured this out, and they were like, there's no way she's a real person. She has to be a kitsune, which is a Japanese spirit it's like a fox spirit that goes around tricking people. And so they were like, she has to be a kitsune, so we're kicking her out. She's not welcome anymore. And so they basically kick her out, and she's forced to like wander. So that's why she's got the ears and the tail, is because she's represented as a kitsune. And all she really wants is just to be a good companion So, but she's forced to play the role of a trickster because that's how she was thought of, and that's how her legend came to be passed down. So, I think it's a really, really interesting backstory. I love history. I think history is super fascinating. Oh no! What controller? Why are you not working? My controller got unplugged a little for some reason. And so we also have Tamamo's territory that she built. And then there's the various other territories that are being attacked. Es no bueno. Don't you be swearing a bunch? Alright, and Nameless, he's not a historical figure. Is Arjuna. Arjuna was not from the first game. So there's a lot of all the characters that are in the first game are in this game, but they added a bunch of new characters in this one, which is cool. Arjuna is Karna's, I think, brother and rival and kind of enemy in the Indian epic, the Mahabharata. I don't know the story super well because I think it's kind of long and I haven't gone through and read it a whole bunch. I just have a cursory knowledge on a lot of random historical stuff, mostly because I really like playing games that are about history. Like, I really like Dynasty Warriors. I really like Fate. A lot of these games have to do with history. And there's another character that's showing up. He's from the previous game. It's this dude, Archimedes. He's a Greek mathematician. He was a betrayer in the previous game. In this game, he's actually a foreigner. I forgot about that. That's another one of the random classes. That's one of the extra classes is a foreigner, and it basically means they're from like an alternate world or an alternate plane that isn't Earth. It's kind of weird. Usually, the characters who end up as foreigners are very strange. The kind of reasoning for it is very weird. Usually, that's one of the things about Fate is that it takes a lot of creative liberties with things, but everything is still at least cursorily based in historical fact and historical legend, even if they have to stretch it a little bit. So I really like that, how they take a lot of creative liberties, but also they don't do something without having some kind of explanation for it, at least not usually. There are a couple of things that are a little bit less explained than others. Specifically, justifications for some characters being gender swapped. Sometimes the explanation is better than other times. Here's the guy he's the guy who's been invading us. He's the main antagonist. Is Rex? Is it Rex Magus Carl? I think something like that. Rex Magnus Carl, something. He's the main villain we're going to be dealing with later. And he's the one trying to take over everything. So, now that we are in day 2, the way this game works is that it has to do with, like, timelines and stuff. So, where we're supposed to go next is this one. And then up here, and then here. And we basically end up there first, at day 7. And then we'll go through, eventually down there. And then we'll go down here. I'm probably going to go through every level. I'm probably going to go through every level in numbered order just for the sake of consistency, and it's easy that way. So next up is day 2. What time is it? It is 1:37. We have enough time to do one more level, and then I'm probably going to take a pause and go get some food and get ready for a class that I have. But I kind of worked ahead a little bit in homework and stuff, so I had time to stream. Yeah. I had a presentation yesterday, and I had a presentation the week before, and those were the 2 major assignments that I was focusing on, which is why I hadn't gotten around to streaming. Anything new since then? Alright, so Nameless, his situation is he's made up for Fate specifically. He's the main character of the original series. So that's why he gets to be in everything, despite not being a real figure. But yeah. And he doesn't get a name, because his name's not important. So now, we have more people walking around. There's Tamamo chilling up there. There's Tamamo's chair. And I like it when Tamamo sits in her chair, but she's not sitting in her chair. It's funny because she reclines in her chair and she like pets her own tail, and it's hilarious. But we're not gonna worry about it because she's sitting over there now. When they have little bubbles over their heads, that means they have a quest that they want you to do. But because I already have everyone maxed except for the 2, I'm not gonna bother. Instead, we're going to go to the strategy room. Cool. And then we're going to go to select servant, and we're going to move on to the next character. The next character is going to be Charlemagne. Do I want to worry about... We'll check out his customization stuff. His other costume you saw in the cutscenes and stuff. I really like the Black Knight's battle gear, though. I think it's really cool looking. His skills... Might as well take a look at these real quick. Magic resistance and riding. He resists magical effects, and he's able to ride vehiculars, even if they're living objects. His unique skills, he's the Emperor of Paladins, obviously. Mana burst, he's able to kind of burst his mana. And it's light as in bright, as opposed to not very heavy. And Traveler of the Path of the King, I guess is what that's supposed to be short for. And his Noble Phantasm as far as attacks in this game, not his fortress, that's our home base. I don't know how to pronounce it because it's French, and French hurts my brain, which is funny because I had a hard time with Spanish, and French breaks my brain, but I've been studying Japanese instead, so, you know, my mind is weird. But basically, he just uses each of the weapons from the 12 Paladins, because he's the champion of the 12 Paladins, so he's able to kind of use his mana to create versions of everybody else's weapons and use those for a big attack. So that's his effect. Oh yeah, now that we have him, now we're using him, we get to have him walk around. So we're going to do this for every character. We get to see all the characters walking around. What's up, buddy? Alright, anyway. Now to the strategy room. Oh, I think what I need to do is I need to take one of these guys off of the registered. Because we've maxed out some of these characters, so I'm going to take them off the registered. And I specifically want to mark him as registered so that his thing always shows up. Oops. I'll take that one off, I guess. And, yeah. That way, his will show up every time. I don't have to keep going down in here. Yeah, that's fine. Because those are the only 2 characters we need to worry about, so I'm just going to have those 2 as the ones that are marked. And we're just going to go ahead and go into the next level. And we'll just do very hard again, because that wasn't necessarily that hard. I'm trying to decide if I want to do very hard for every level, or if I'm wanting to and kind of give myself a challenge and not just completely breeze past everything, or if I want to breeze past everything and just get through the game faster and just say, hey, we're just doing this for fun and just to show off the game. Because I like having full-fledged playthroughs of these games, even if it's like not like a challenge playthrough or anything like that. And so one of the things they're doing is using the effects of the mana to create shadow replica versions of the different characters. And there's a new character showed up. It's Gawain. Gawain is cool. I have him in his second outfit, which is like a samurai armor, which is cool. Alright. So what we're doing essentially in the story is just going around collecting all the servants and making sure that they're not captured. And so that they're not on the enemy's army side. Also, we're in Tamamo's level. I love Tamamo's level. Tamamo's level is so cool. Look at everything. Tamamo's resort. It's such a neat level. Like, everything looks so cool. Alright, we're gonna go here first. Yeah. Oh, messengers, huh? Guys, we gotta go kill the messenger. That's the thing we're supposed to do, right? Is kill the messenger. Alright, so one of his attacks, big ol' ice. He's got explosions. There is big ol' fire swing. A big full fire light swing, and he has a move where he sets up 2 of these, and they'll just 4 of them, and they'll just constantly attack as we attack, so it just adds extra attacks, and that's super cool. Boom. Okay, so you've taken this area. I'm actually going to go this way. Alright. So, my girlfriend is the one who showed me this game originally. And her favorite... Oh, you already did it. Okay, never mind. Her favorite character, I think... Well, one of her favorite characters is Gawain. She really likes Gawain. She likes Sherlock Holmes is in it, although he's not in this game. And she likes James Moriarty as well. Yeah. Okay, well, that happened already. I just realized it could have gone down that way. Oh, well, that's fine. I'm schmoovin'. I'm working on it. Oh, that was me talking. That was me. And I'm me. Alright. Well, let's go beat up the messenger. Guys, let's go kill the messenger. Let's go do that thing that everybody tells me not to do. What's up, nerd? Okay, he's blocking. I broke his block. Haha. I want this so that I can do some stuff. I'm just going to use it real quick. Go! Lasers! Heck yeah. That's one of my favorite sound clips in any video game is the Sonic Colors laser. I love that sound clip. It's just so fun. I like finding ways to use it. It's not easy. Oh no, our areas are being invaded. Also, they set up mana points. Oh, right, okay. So, there's a mana point area, and as long as that mana points area is controlled by the enemy, it buffs up the servant, which means we're not going to be able to beat the servant, and in this case it's Karna, which means we're going to have to go claim that area before fighting Karna. So we'll go do that. Oh yes, the ice attack freezes as well, which is awesome. Do that. I don't think it did enough. Die, you. Are you freaking serious? Okay. That took too long. I'm stuck! Alright. I really want to deal with the mana point first. As much as it's annoying that I'm being invaded by places, I really want to deal with that mana point so I can kill Karna. So the red arrows that are going from the red areas to the blue areas represent that an enemy servant or an enemy aggressor. The servants are also count as aggressors for the purposes of taking areas and invading. And then plants summon regular aggressors to constantly invade. So you want to go take those areas out quickly. If there's a plant, you want to take it out first, basically, is the idea. And that's the same as in the previous game. So, you know. Thank you, Skathach. Good job. Skathach jumped in and did an attack too, which is cool. Alright. Oh god. Oh, I'm stuck. Go! Okay, so the mana point has been taken, which means that Karna is no longer super strong. Unfortunately for us, he is also being murdered by Karna, which means we're gonna have to go save him. Gawain. Sorry, no. He's murdering Gawain. I think I messed up my sentence, but that's okay. Just gonna take that area real quick with my thing. Do I have my Noble Phantasm yet? Holy heck. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. What's up, Karna? We gotta fight him again. He's the hero of Charity. But I like Charity. I don't want to kill Charity. It's like in Marvel vs. Capcom. You don't like fighting against... Thanks, Gawain. Gawain jumped in and helped us. Stop attacking Gawain! You! I am your opponent. Fight me. Thanks, Darius. It's like in Marvel vs. Capcom, there's a player named I Heart Justice, and he plays Phoenix Wright, Captain America, and Doctor Strange, and occasionally Dormammu, but, you know, forget that for a sec. He is awesome because you have to cheer for Justice, because his name is Justice. Do you hate Justice? It's the same thing. It's like I don't want to fight the hero Charity because he's Charity, and Charity is good. Do you hate Charity? Anyway. Oh my goodness, there's so many enemies. Hey you! Where are you? Oh, what? Oh. So he's another one of the servants that will invade our areas. He summons these monsters to attack us. Did this area get beat already? Because, okay. I think that area got claimed already and the icon just hasn't disappeared yet. So we're going to go deal with this instead. Yes, okay. Rush attack. Let's go. If you do a rush attack with another allied servant next to you or nearby, it'll do a link rush attack. And it just does more damage. Basically, it doesn't make any major difference. Stop! Hey, you! Okay, took him out. I want to take these ones out. What's up, nerds? Bodied. Oh, he died too. Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and just end this area real quick. I'm gonna need to go deal with freaking what's his face right now. Not this way. This way. Cool. And I'm gonna go hit him with a Noble Phantasm. Charlemagne's Noble Phantasm is really cool looking. We're gonna go check it out. We got ways to go. Also, in this area, there's another, on the icon, the kind of yellow star icon, that shows where one of the, microchip things that you can pick up to recharge your Noble Phantasm gauge are. Ugh, I hate you so much. Alright, let's go beat him up, shall we? Let's do it! So this super is really awesome. The animations in this game are just so good. All the Noble Phantasms are. Some are cooler than others. My personal favorite is Tamamo's, of course. Although I really, really like Scathach's, Francis Drake's. Astolfo's is really cool. I like Robin Hood's. We'll run into some of those characters later. This one's really, really cool, though. Darius is really cool. Lancelot's is cool. Yes, destruction and controller vibration. Bodied. So anyway, now that that's been taken care of, where's the thing? Yeah, did this thing get done yet? No, dang it. Okay, so these things right here, these white ones, if you kill enemies within a certain range of those things, it like fills them up. And if you fill it up all the way, then you can break it and get a bunch of items. But I did not succeed in doing that, apparently. So I didn't get it. Oh well. Not enough of the enemies that I was killing were close enough to the thing to count. So, you know, it didn't work. Oh well, let's go beat this guy up here. We got to defeat all the shadow servants in order to unlock the boss. Alrighty. There we go. There's a better attack right here. Alright, got rid of him. There's also a bunch of aggressors right over here. This room is a little confusing because you have to like go around these bridges in order to get to the areas. But that's okay. Oh, I got an attack speed boost. That's good. Oh, I almost murdered all of them in one hit, but not quite. No, it's okay. Yes. Alright, let's go take this area first, I guess. Just because it's a little bit out of the way. I also really like this song, the theme for Tamamo's region. I think it's a really good song. Although, I really like Tamamo's theme. A lot of the characters have their own theme, and Tamamo's theme is probably my favorite one in the game. Game? Hello? Uh-oh. Guys, we might have a situation. Uh-oh. Guys, I think the game is not responding. Uh-oh, that's no bueno. Oh no. Oh no, the game is crashed, I think. The game froze. The game is too awesome. My computer couldn't handle it. Oh, what happens if I do this? Oh my gosh, my computer is really, really hot. I think it's overheating a little bit. So about this. It's about time that I was going to end the stream anyway. I was going to finish this level first. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen now. So, we're going to end the stream for now. We'll come back later, maybe later today. Probably tonight after my class. Because I need to work on a little bit of homework. I'm going to go eat. The thing is, I'm streaming instead of working on homework now because it's a group assignment and I already did all my parts. I can't continue. I've already written my answers to the questions and I'm just waiting for them to finish so I can grammar check the whole thing. Because I'm a grammar person, so... But I need to wait for them to do their answers first. But anyway, this is my opportunity to stream before class, so... All that is to say is... we'll come back probably after class, maybe, depending on how much other people want to hang out. And we'll beat this level. I'm probably going to just do this level again, but on a normal difficulty, just so I can sweep through it real quickly. We might actually use another character, or we might use... I'll probably use a new character. We're going to end up looping through a bunch of these characters anyway, probably, because there's a lot of levels to go through. So, we'll do that. Yeah, the game's not going to open, so that's unfortunate. Oh, well. Well, I'll go ahead and leave it there, and we will come back next time and actually finish this level, probably. So, see you then.